Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday, July 13th. 13 being a lucky number for myself. I love the number 13. And today I'm going to do something a little different on this channel. This is going to be called Tarot Talk, where I get in my car, probably on a Saturday morning as I'm going to work, and just talk about what's going on with me in my life of tarot. This is probably, not traditional or not something common that other tarot channels do. But for me, I like to get personal. I like people to know a little bit about who I am. Good morning. I like people to know a little bit about who I am. And I wouldn't be myself if I didn't do a card blog. Just let y'all know that right now. I've mentioned before that I have another channel. It's called My Twisted Life TV, where I do TV show recaps and reviews, and I also talk about my life on Travel and Talk Tuesday. So I figured that it's only fitting for me to continue to be who I am. I'm going to try to keep my road rage to a minimum, though, because people on that channel know I got road rage. I think that a lot of tarot card readers will prefer that their viewers don't know that they're regular, everyday people. As I try to say before, I don't believe that I'm a psychic. I believe that everyone has some type of psychic abilities, but just label myself as a psychic, that I am not. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just somebody who can see things in the cards and the symbols and signs. I just look around and I notice things, and I recognize patterns. So I try to explain to you what those are and mean in relation to your life, and give you guidance on things that you may be going through. Speaking of going through, we are going through a mercury retrograde right now, and some of y'all feeling it. Some of y'all feeling it in the most negative ways. Now, mercury retrograde is not always negative for every person or every sign, but some people don't have a deep understanding, and I don't have 100% understanding of it, but they don't have a really deep understanding of what it means. So when they hear Mercury retrograde, everybody just automatically assume everything's going to be fucked up for them. So I woke up this morning like I wanted to do. I feel like I had a message that I wanted to share. So I did a draw this morning, and I brought the cards with me because I figured that today I'm going to keep these cards with me all day, because every time that I do a reading, I find something in it for myself as well, which means that not only am I connected with the message that I want to share to you, I am growing myself, helping to direct things and paths in my life. Railroad tracks, hold on. I'm late for work. Like I said, if you watch my other channel, you know that I'm always late for work, but I'm late today. I really didn't mean to be late today. I wanted to be on time because I'm doing a heavy work assignment. So I'm trying not to read as much as possible. But when I first started this channel, I said that I wanted to I do dream interpretations. I try to. Anyway, I always look for meaning in what the dream that I had and what's been going on. And one dream that has been recurring to me a lot, and it's not really a full dream, it's just been the flashes of moments, and it's of a person. Her name is Angela. We used to be, I would consider, building a friendship. She's a YouTuber, and this time last year we stopped speaking. There was a situation that happened. One would call it miscommunication. I would call it being misled. So, that's how both of us look at it. She looked at it as a form of miscommunication, that I didn't get what the heck she was saying. I said that she was being misleading. So, and we parted the road to becoming better friends because of that. But I've been thinking about her a lot lately. And I've been thinking about her. I don't think because I'm missing her or nothing like that. I just think because there's a phrase that she says when she opens up her channel. She says, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites. She calls everybody fabulous. Her channel is Be Fabulous You. If you want to go over there and support her, support who you want. I don't tell people not to support people. I thought she had a very positive channel. So we're going to stick with that. So if you want to support her, go ahead and do so. I think she's still making videos. I don't know because I'm no longer subscribed. But anyway, Be Fabulous You was the name of her channel. And she used to always open up with good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Fabulites, And she would end it with Be fabulous, be you. Be fabulous, you. And those two terms have been like flowing in my head. And I see her face when she's saying it, because she's very vibrant and bubbly when she says it. And that's just been in my head. And I couldn't figure out, why the heck was I thinking of Angela? Why was I thinking of these terms and phrases? Like, should I reach out and call her for some reason? I was like, I don't see a need to call her. I didn't understand what my message was when that. And so I was diving into my interpretations and just trying to really try to find a meaning in it. And one of it means that I'm doing some deep thinking. I got some deep thinking that going. If I don't have the deep thinking going on, I need to be thinking deeply about some situations or some issues that may need to be addressed, especially during this Mercury retrograde. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the time of year that everything went sour for us. I don't know if we were in Mercury retrograde during that time of year last year, but for me, I had a lot of pitfalls happen. Let's say the loss of that union, loss of my home, financial issues and burdens. Actually, my financial situation was straight. My financial situation was okay, but I ended up having to relocate my entire family. Had a change in my job. I'm still with the same type of job, but a change in my job. So a lot of things changed. And when I look back on the last year, all of those things have led up to where I am now, where I'm in this financial stress. And all of my readings that I get from other people on my horoscope, astrology lessons that I've been looking at have all been saying that this moment was coming. And when it came, I wasn't ready, but I had to sit back and go back and reflect and do some deep thinking about what I've been going through this year and how I contributed to it. So that's one of the first things that I like to tell people when you're thinking about tarot and going and sitting down into a tarot reading. Think about how you are going to affect what you've been told. I advise people not to go into a tarot reading expecting to be told your future. Your future as in, they're telling me this is what's going to happen and this is what's going to happen, point blank period. Like I said, I believe that tarot is a guidance tool. So once we tell you these things, there's action that you need to take to either avoid the negative or to help the positive come into fruition. Sorry about that. There's it's a phrase that I wanted to use from the Bible, but now I can't remember it. Y'all know I'm not a Bible scholar. I used to be really good at knowing things in the Bible, especially because people within the church would always challenge me, and I had to know exactly what they were referring to. But I used to always challenge my pastor when I was in church and wouldn't get the answers, wouldn't get direct answers. I would always get talked about like, you don't need to know, things like that. But anyway, I forgot what the hell I was saying. I do that a lot too. I forget what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Anyway, I think that you should come into a reading. That's what I'm saying. I think you should come into the reading with the mindset that I am asking whatever my question may be to determine what it is I need to do. A lot of people sit down and want to know what other people in their lives are doing to affect them. Is he gonna stop cheating on me? Am I gonna get a raise at work? Things like that. But what you may want to ask instead of, is this person cheating on me, is allow me to know the truth so I can make the best decision for my life in this relationship. What can I do at work to help me get that raise? Not just am I going to get it, but what can I do? That's the type of things that I advise people to do. It may not have nothing to do with this doggone reading I'm about to display to you guys. So like I said, I felt like there was a message that I wanted to share. And I said, you know what? On Saturdays when I go to work, before I get up in the morning, I'm going to do a positive affirmation reading. Which means that I'm just using pretty much all my oracle cards and two tarot decks. I'm probably going to talk about that in another vlog. The issue that I have with the tarot community that I joined, and forcing people's thoughts and views on you, because this is how you have been trained to do something, as if that's the only way to skin a cat. So, but I'll come back to that later. So this morning, I did a draw, and I used my Natural Hair Wisdom, the Wisdom of Natural Hair tarot deck. And this is the first card we got here. It says that you are your hair. Now, I look at that saying that today, whatever state that your hair is in, that's who you are. That's what you went through this week, ever since this Mercury retrograde began. If your hair is knotted up, tangled, you've been going through a lot of chaos, mentally or directly or literally speaking, you've been going through a lot of chaos, struggles, and you don't see a way to get through them at this point. Like I said, we're halfway through this Mercury retrograde, or at the beginning stages of it. We're halfway through our new moon, though. We're about to hit the full moon on the 16th. So I see, like, if your hair is free and flowy, that's how you've been feeling this week. And that's a positive thing. Like I say, Mercury retrograde is not always bad for everyone. If your hair is locked and tight, you may be feeling a certain strength. If you're losing your edges, you may be feeling a sense of loss. Your hair is breaking on the ends. There's something that's breaking. Either your bank account getting broke, like mine. And my hair is breaking, baby. Oh my goodness, it's breaking and it's tangled and everything, but it's soft, which means it's getting back healthy. I'm getting back to a positive state of being. So you got to look at that as well. You look at the state that your hair is in, and right now it's pulled back and taut, and I'm trying to keep it organized. But if you look at my little bun, it's a little disarray in there. It's a little disarray, and that's exactly how my week has been going. I'm trying to put together the appearance that everything is being held together. But if you look back at the bun in the back, there's a little bit of disarray. It'll really tell you how I've been really feeling. So there's things that you can look at with your hair, whether your hair is full and voluptuous, you're living a full life this week, whether it's thin and dry, weary. Look at your hair. Your hair is who you are this week. That's the message that I want to give with that. The second card that I drew is from my tarot deck, from the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. This is the Ace of Fire. I absolutely love this card. I told y'all I loved the fire suit, period. The Ace of Fire, if you look at that, you see there's a little spider down there. A spider represents creativity. I say designing your own fate, being the master of your own fate, which is one of the things I tell people with tarot. When you get these readings, there's things that you need to do to help you manifest what's coming on. And that's what the spider is representative of. Is designing your own fate, mastering, being the master of your own design, creating something new. The ace is always a symbol of renewal. It's always a symbol of renewal. And you could do so with fire and gumption. I'm not looking at the cards today as a sign for trying to figure out what zodiac sign that will fall into. But if you were to look at these in that manner, then this is these are fire signs. So it may resonate more with fire signs than anything. But yeah, there's a fire in you. There's a passion. Look at the aggression in his eyes. He is steadfast and determined. And so whatever you were going through, whatever you have become this week, you can start anew. You can start fresh. You can build upon that which you've already started. When I did my Mercury retrograde video, I was the pick a card video. I was telling people, sometimes this is not this is not always a time to start something new. Sometimes you just want to complete an old project. If you had thought about rebuilding a friendship with someone, using my example for my dream, then go forth with that and rebuild that friendship. If you started an old crafting project months ago and you put it to the wayside, complete that project during this Mercury retrograde. And that's what I'm saying. During the Mercury retrograde is when you want to complete this project. Or if you want to, let's say, you're not necessarily even having to rebuild that friendship, but just reaching out to that person for whatever reason. Maybe you needed closure. Do so during this Mercury retrograde. Start anew, start fresh, start a new beginning. Clean your slate. So that way when we come back next week, your hair may tell a different story. Okay. The next card I pulled was also from the Dreams of Gaia deck. This was the 10 of Air. Beautiful card, beautiful card. This card is about transformation, what I see. Inside and out, you're able to spread your wings. There's a lot of butterflies there. Butterflies are a sign of a beautiful transformation. So whatever you're going to go through, whatever you're going to tackle, whatever you're going to put that passion into, there's going to be a beautiful transformation waiting for you, waiting to happen. If you notice, there's the third eye is there, and there's two faces about the third eye. Once you start making this beautiful transformation within yourself, whatever it be, whatever you're going to tackle, others around you are going to see it. You don't even have to talk about it. They're going to see it in you. You're going to be walking in your light. And when you come into a room, everybody is going to know that they're going to recognize a change in you. Some people may not like that change. That's when people are like, oh, you acting brand new. I am. Accept it. Revel in it. Yes, I'm acting brand new. I'm supposed to grow. I'm supposed to grow. From my Archangel. Is this the Archangel deck? No, yes, the Archangel Animal deck. That's what this is from. I pulled the dolphin. The dolphins are very smart animals. I like to call them the king of the sea. I know they say the sharks are the king of the sea. I like to call the dolphins the king of the sea. There's an infinity symbol that's there. It was telling me that your knowledge is infinite. Your deep thinking, you have no limitations on where you can go. If you make these changes in your life to bring about whatever you're dealing with, to squash whatever you're dealing with, to bring about positivity into your life, you're going to have an infinite feeling of joy. The card itself says, live joyfully in the present. Don't worry about what happened in the past. If you address it and you try to go back to it and talk to some old friends and rebuild old things, if things back then didn't work out or didn't happen like it was supposed to be, don't dwell on that. Worry about what you're doing in the present right now and take hold of it and be joyful in your present situation, in your present life. Like I said, a lot of people are looking at this Mercury retrograde and they are just like, oh my God, we're in Mercury retrograde. And they just let the negativity happen to them. Because they are so used to the term Mercury retrograde being associated with something always going bad and going wrong, they're allowing it to happen. Like for me, myself, like I said, a lot of shit was breaking. For me as a Gemini, this Mercury retrograde was affecting my the things that are going to be broken around me. And my knowledge and my knowledge, my intuition was going to be tested. And my spirituality is going to be tested, and that's what I've been dealing with. But I have decided to get on the ball and get shit together. You know what I'm saying? Got up and paid some debts that I didn't want to pay. I was like in a real funk about all those London fines that I had accumulated. I just got a new one. I told somebody in my other video, I just got a new one, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Pay them, get it done with, get it over with, get this out of your hair so that way you won't keep accumulating higher and higher debt with this country. In addition to me getting myself back on track. I've been here in Orlando now a year, and I still have not got back to the place that I was when I moved here. Like I depleted my bank account in this move, and like I say, all the financial hardships that I'm going through right now that I've been told by my horoscopes and other tarot readers that I was going to hit in the month of July is hitting me. But there's things that I could do to make it better. And I'm going to sit down with the financial advisor at Wells Fargo, get some Actually, and also they have free financial advisors at the VA. I forgot all about that. I'm going to sit down with these people and help me create a path to get myself back together. By the end of this Mercury retrograde, I'm going to be on the path to, I'm going to be on a new start. I'm going to be on a new start, y'all. So, from my angel oracle cards, angel crystal oracle cards, I know I pulled the paradox. I tried not to pull this card, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I flipped this card without shuffling the deck. And I was like, no, this card was already on top. Let me go ahead and shuffle this deck up. I shuffled the deck up and still pulled out this. This says life lessons. The card itself says you can break free from negativity in your life by praying and asking for knowledge and understanding in the blessings that have been given to you. I thought that was such a powerful thing. Like I say, a lot of people are being separated from or struggling with their spiritual selves. And this is not necessarily religious based. Your spirituality is not necessarily religious based. Sometimes people talk to the God in them. That's what I say. I do a lot. Meditate. Just connect with yourself. Get grounded with yourself. Praying to God. You can pray. There's nothing wrong with that. Whatever your spiritual connections are and how you go about them, this is what you should be doing right now to help you deal with this Mercury retrograde and get your hair untangled or unknotted, or allowing your hair to flow more freely than it has ever been. You know, like I say, your hair could be just as unbothered, allowing you to stay in that state. You want to connect with your spiritual self to help you stay grounded and help you stay in that place. Like I said, also there's the paradox. Did I bring my book? The paradox basically is saying that you're dealing with you're dealing with some conflict and some struggle that you need to address. And I'd see it more as a mental struggle that you're probably dealing with, or that myself as well, is dealing with. I thought I bought the book. I guess I didn't. If I did, it probably rolled over there, and I don't want to. Yeah, we ain't finna have no accidents this morning. So the last thing I pulled, y'all know I use my Uno cards for numerology. I pulled the number 2. And I brought my index card with me because I don't know all the numbers by heart. But when I read this earlier, I was like, see, it fits. The number 2, the notes that I had taken from my number 2 in my studies is that things have been tough. You've been surrounded by conflict. Have faith that things will get better. Yeah, just hold on and balance will come. Stay true to who you are. Stay true to your vision for the future. And then come up with a positive affirmation. I wrote this down here. And say them twice a day. And then it says also you may need to work on a relationship. So there may be something with the fact that I keep thinking about this girl. And it may not necessarily be I need to work on a relationship with her. I just may need to work on a relationship, period. And some of you may be doing the same thing. And I found it fascinating that the number 2 that I drew today was the color of paradox. And then I happened to put on the same doggone shirt matching that color. And the color green can deal with starting new, finding balance, a positive energy, smoothing old things out, making them new again. It also can deal with your money and your finances. So there's a lot in this message itself for a lot of different people. Can go a lot of different ways. But overall, when it all comes down to it, it goes back to Angela, how she used to end her videos. Just be fabulous. Be you. Be fabulous you. And I think that is so fitting, for this whole message today. Just be you. Love who you are. Live in your moment. Recognize the things that you are struggling with, the things that you're dealing with, the things that you want to make better. Even if they're already good, they can always get better and have more shiny lights put around them. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. There's, like I said, there's no need to start nothing completely new, but you can take something that's old and make it new again. Whether it's a craft, anything, you can apply this to any faction of your life. And think deeply. Really think about what's going on or what you've been dealing with this past week alone, and what actions that you can take to help you come back next week with a new hairdo, a new you. All right, that's it, y'all. I'm almost at work. I thank y'all for being here. Like I said, my thought today is to try to do this each week, because I was going to do just like a positive affirmation video this morning, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do one every morning. And I know I'm not gonna do this, so I ain't even lie to y'all, but I'm at least come back every week on my way to work on Saturdays and give y'all a positive affirmation video. All right, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for coming. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Like the video if you feel so inclined to do so. And if this resonates with you in any kind of way, or if you just have a positive message to share or something that you want to work on and deal with, put it down in the comment section. Sometimes when we write those things out, when we write out our affirmations, when we write out our wants and needs, and we see them in writing, that can help it come to fruition. So thank y'all for being here again. Peace.